Hello, everyone. We are here today for the ImpactTech Unicorn Battle, where the best local startups, so the best startups in the green tech industry, will pitch live to our audience worldwide. We are broadcasting all over the world, so remember to share the links within your network to let them know about us. And now I'd like to invite our CEO of Unicorn.Events, Anna Fedorova. Anna?
Yes, hi Julia. So great to be here with you. I'm so happy to see everyone that I saw at previous battles, newcomers, welcome. And I wish you a great day ahead and catch few unicorns. And we will do everything to make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the world's largest startup pitch contest. This winter season, we are doing industry battles. And today we are here for the ImpactTech Unicorn Battle, where the best startups we had selected out of all the applicants will pitch live to our great official judges and expert board, as well as audience worldwide. We are live and broadcasting to the whole world. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We are saying thank you to Network VC, our platinum sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, our golden sponsor, and our silver sponsor, Startup Inc. Every Thursday in January and February, we'll be scanning our planet to find the best extraordinary innovations in fintech, AI, impact tech, gaming, along with the best startups in some other industries. And the winner of today's online Unicorn Battle will participate in Unicorn Cup Finals, March 3rd. It will be a great happening with VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in your calendar and make sure you are there. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where successful startups pitch live for private investors and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch contest by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed the light on the prominent startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis all over the world, online, and hope someday we'll come back to the offline format. So please join us to meet great personalities and great solutions at our events. Best startups meet famous investors and business angels directly. And we do a good job. Every startup pitching live has a great opportunity to interact with our famous guests, VCs and business angels. 345 million were already raised by our participants. We make people happy and we love it. One of our unfair advantages is a great network of our partners that do unicorn pitches with us. That is state, country, or city pitch events for local startups that gives them better chances to meet top VCs from all over the world. If you lead a startup community and haven't been introduced to me yet, please contact me directly and we will do business together. We are open to explore synergies and help startups and investors play more significant role in a global ecosystem. Join our partners network that reached last year 1 million users. We are a global ecosystem that has various business lines managed by a head company that is called Network VC. That is our syndicate fund and main center of our venture activities. Startup Network is a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Startup Inc. Investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to an exclusive deals with the experienced VCs with only 1K entry. Our Unicorn.Events, you know it, the largest global pitch contest for startups that have a potential to become unicorns. VC House, a closed online community and network created exclusively for the VCs where they can exchange deals they participate in as elite investors. And Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special structure that allows business angels to invest into the best startups with small checks through syndicate deals. So, why we are here today? We are here today especially to discover impact industry because As statistics of deal room show that industry shows a record number of venture funding, having grown almost twice since 2020, and it won't stop. Startups growing like crazy. Only 52 new ones appeared since 2020, and right now there are 146 of them. And Julia, I think we'll have some future unicorns with us also today, right? So I'm passing the floor to you to lead the event. Please meet our wonderful event manager, Julia, who has great impact tech startups for us today.
Thank you, Anna. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present you our partners and give them many thanks for their support of our event. We appreciate the following partners as Startups Magazine, Listing Partners, CGC Capital Corporation, Hexa Global Ventures, Triumph Consultancy, Citi, ITK Media, Greco, and The Accelerator with Michael Kahn. Please feel free to contact me directly if you have a desire to join us as a partner for the next battle. Now we'll get to know our judge who will evaluate our startups today. And firstly, we greet our official judge. Anna, be so kind to introduce them.
My pleasure, Julia. We have different categories that will help us selecting startups today. Official judges, expert board, business angels, and guests. Official judges, they play crucial role in selecting startups because they present not only their venture fund or community, they present also a country. And please meet our seventh founder, Alexander Soroka, who is presenting our whole global network VC. Alexander, great to have you with us.
Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see so many people today and be on this event today. And yes, our network VC syndicate fund usually invests up to 1 million in each startup. We do 2 to 3 deals per month today. We are industry agnostic, we are geographically agnostic, but we prefer to invest on late seed round A stage mostly. Thank you very much. And
welcome on board, Alexander. And please meet official judge representing wonderful country of Brazil, Daniel Sarkis. He's managing partner and co-founder at Mercus Ventures. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Good evening or good day, right? Nice to meet you all. Looking forward to see all the wonderful companies. I have a background in the supply chain industry for AB InBev. I've also integrated some M&As in the company and being part of ZX Ventures, that is part of AB InBev, the largest brewery in the world. I've invested in more than like 10 companies. The largest clean beauty company in Latin America, the only one accelerated by Sephora, some companies in the US, Canada, Europe. One of them is doing the IPO this year on NASDAQ, mainly on the psychedelics and cannabis industry, animal care. So this is pretty much, I founded Mercus with 3 other partners. We did the first fund within the deep tech and hard sciences companies, and we are building the second fund. So looking forward to see all the great companies.
Pleasure to have you with us, Daniel.
My pleasure.
Please meet official judge representing the USA, Jim Thomas. He's partner at Kirinaga Partners. Hello, Jim.
Good morning from the US. Great to see you guys again, and Happy New Year to everybody. Jim Thomas here. With Kirinaga Partners, what we say is we invest in companies that are changing the world, making such a great impact on the planet and on humanity as we look towards space. We're based in Florida, just about 45 minutes away from Kennedy Space Center. So we have we love to have a huge tie to space, but we think that space technologies often do and will really improve life here on the planet. So really love the topic of today. For Kirinaga, we call it seed to success. Our early rounds are usually in the 1 to 3 million range, but then we like to take them through Series A. We've taken now a handful through Series B, and 2 of those companies are looking to go public in this coming year. So really exciting times. We say the greater impact that you have on the world, the greater potential for profitability. And why not look at every person on the planet as a market set and not just look country by country. So as we look across the US, we certainly look around the world.
Wonderful. I love your motto. Welcome. And please meet official judge representing Bangladesh, Nurul Hai. He's Vice President at SAF. Hello, Nurul.
Hi, Anna. Good day, everyone. Nurul Hai here. My pleasure to meet you again. And especially today's topic, impact tech, is very important for us, for an impact investor like SIF. Particularly, we operate in the emerging markets where we see significant opportunities. Alongside, we tackle a lot of challenges. But the term technology, I think, would be the key driver, particularly in the post-COVID area, in many sectors, in many industries across the emerging countries. And I believe a lot of young entrepreneurs, visionary entrepreneurs are coming today with seasoned experts who will be pitching their ideas. And we, as an impact investor, will be very excited to look at these projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurul. And please meet a wonderful woman, great friend of ours, and also partner of our ecosystem, Dr. Ren Kilubi. She is corporate influencer and organizational lead generator at Joint Generations. Hello, Irene. So glad to see you representing Germany.
Yes, hello, everyone. I'm so excited. I'm definitely representing the German community here, also the Austrian Swiss community, and I'm Managing Director of Brandpreneurs and Brandfluencers. And we support visionaries, pioneers, and change makers to position themselves as brands, both offline and online. I also work a lot with different accelerators, incubators, research centers, university. And I'm also expert advisor at the European Innovation Council Accelerator of the EU Commission. And as Anna already said, I'm also a business partner of Startup Network for the German-speaking area. And I myself am a founder of a social impact initiative called Joint Generations, and I'm really happy to listen to all the great pitches today.
Looking forward to it also. Hope you enjoy today's evening, or morning, or day, or whatever. The event. Let's enjoy the event. Back to you, Julia.
Yeah, for sure. And now, meet our expert board, judge whose votes will define who will be a winner today. They all are well-known venture professionals that play a crucial role in startups ecosystem. Dear members of expert board, please raise your hand if you want to ask startup a question during the Q&A sessions, and you will be able to introduce yourself when you are given a floor at the first time, should you want to do so. We are very glad that you are with us today, and let's move to our voting system, which is different this season. Now, every participant of our event is able to play a great role in the destiny of the startups that are pitching today. We have 4 categories of votes, and every category's votes will be counted separately. But the ultimate winner can be only one. To vote, please make sure that you are on the event page currently, logged in under your profile, and see the numbers beneath startups. 1 is the lowest score, and 5 is the highest. Should you need any help, please refer to the support team in the chat right here in Zoom. And meet the best startups from ImpactTech industry. Each founder will have 3 minutes for pitching and 3 minutes for Q&A session. We recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting all over the world and some countries have restrictions in this regard. Please use chat or other channels of communication for this particular reason. Thank you. Based on the results of the judge's online voting, one startup will be chosen as the winner of the Unicorn Battle ImpactTech. So please welcome our participants. And the first startup is Africa Green Tech from Germany, our winner of Unicorn Pitch DACH. Please, you are welcome.
Can you see my screen?
Sure. Please.
Perfect. Perfect. Then good morning. Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. So I'm Enzo Sensi, working as a finance acquisition manager at Africa Green Tech. And so, yes, Africa Green Tech is a German social enterprise created by Aida and Thorsten Schreiber in 2017. And the mission is to empower people in the global south and to achieve more self-sufficiency and growth through sustainable energy solutions. But I would like to start with a quick impact story told by Nasu Omar. The man was about to go to Europe to take his chance, but when hearing that Africa Green Tech was about to arrive in his hometown, he decided to stay and is now leading his own businesses thanks to the electricity provided by the solar tanner. As you may know, more than 600 million people in the sub-Saharan Africa don't have access to electricity. With the impact site, Africa Green Tech has developed an holistic approach, an holistic solution that supplies entire village communities in rural regions with electricity and sustainable technologies, constantly improving their life. We've taken electricity to the next level by developing an intelligent system that can withstand the harsh conditions of off-grid regions in Africa, as you can see in my background. Additionally, we offer a smart distribution, allowing prepaid payment solution, cooling, water, internet access, water irrigation, and women empowerment consulting. Here you can see that at the moment we provide electricity to 25,000 people. Indeed, Africa Green Tech impact sites in Mali, Niger, Senegal, and soon Madagascar demonstrate how this technology empowers people to make their own path toward a sustainable and self-determined future by taking advantage of new job opportunities and income streams. We plan to build 300 impact sites in the next 5 years alongside other business units, such as the impact projects. We dispose of a strong community on the field with more than 1.3 million followers on social media. We cooperate hand by hand with local employees and partners, which is a key factor for our success. In fact, 70% of our employees are locally based. Speaking about ESG, our company is developing high-quality technologies to resist the conditions in Africa, as well as completely being environmental oriented by helping communities to get rid of diesel generators. We address 11 of 17 SDGs and measure our impact with an innovative impact measurement system developed together by the Technical University in Munich. So, we are now at the beginning of our Series B fundraising and soon about to launch our Luxembourg-based impact investment fund that will come to finance the next 300 impact sites. So for now, feel free to reach out to me for any further question on the company or the fundraising. I would be very happy to answer all your questions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much for the great presentation. Please,
thank you.
Judge, it's time for questions. Yeah, the first question from Nurul Hai, please.
Hi, a nice presentation and
thank you.
Good one related to access to clean energy, particularly to various areas across Africa. My question, 2 questions. One is, how do you compare the per unit cost to the grid compared to the grid?
How do we what? I'm sorry.
compared to the grid, like a traditional grid per unit cost, how do you measure it with your system, like what you're offering off grid? And there is something you mentioned about peer-to-peer trading or something like transferring from one house to another. Is there any system you mentioned about that? And how does it work? It's a smart solar home kind of system you were mentioning. Could you please elaborate?
Sure. So to explain you a bit, thanks for the question. To explain you a bit how it works with the grids. So we had the experience in Mali. We were financing the grid on ourselves. So it was part of the cost for the solar tenor. But then we realized that the costs are very high. So now we will be searching, and we are already searching for grants to finance the grid to connect the solar tenor, the impact site, to the households in the villages. And yes, that's how it works. So we will not be building the grids. I mean, we can do it, but we need funds from grant providers. And we might also try to deal with governments, even if it's still a bit complicated in some areas.
And is it kind of smart solar home kind of system you're mentioning?
Yes, exactly. So we have a smart meter. That's what I meant. So with the smart meter, we allow this prepaid solution, meaning that the households and the small companies can directly prepay the energy via this smart meter. And it's how they buy the electricity from the solar tenor. And we can, via this smart meter, also measure the consumption of electricity and then learn how to forecast some feasibility study, for example, in related to this area or this other area. Yeah.
So how do you ensure that, is there any smart storage system? Like, how do you ensure the electricity wastage or, outflow is not high? Like there is a proper storage system in place?
You mean inside of the solar tenor? We work with batteries inside of the solar tenor. So the electricity is stored in these batteries and then distributed, to the household and the
and you can track with your smart system.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. We have one more question from Jim Thomas, please.
Yeah, great presentation. Can you talk just a little bit more about how much cooperation or how much allowance would you need from the local governments to do what you're trying to do?
Of course. So basically, with as you can imagine, working with local governments is not an easy task. So we have the experience with Ida and Thorsten Schreiber. They are on the field few months during the year where they deal with the government. We work with MOUs. So basically, we deal with the government, and they will allow us, for example, to electrify a certain amount of villages. As I was showing on one slide, we already, for example, in Cameroon, an MOU that states that we can electrify minimum 200 villages. And in most of the countries, we have MOUs stating that we can electrify minimum 50 villages.
Great. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Quick question from Daniel Sarkis.
Enzo, nice presentation. Thanks.
Thank you.
My question here is about the replacements of the equipment if you need something, and how easy would you do that?
Yeah, good question. So basically, we have AGT, Africa Green Tech subsidiaries in every country where we have obviously a technical team. You have to know that per impact site, we always have one technician and one guard. The guard is making sure that there is security protecting the solar tenor, that it's not going to harm children, for example, or just to avoid just the material to be stolen. But we also have one technician that takes care on a 24/7 basis, takes care of the solar tenor. If we need, to replace some pieces, we have this office, most of the time in the capital city, where we can get materials. And our new headquarters will now be in Dakar with the big warehouses where we are going to build these new solar tenors and store, obviously, all the components.
Great, thank you. Time is up. It was Startup Africa Green Tech. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And we are moving forward for the next participant. Please welcome the startup Mi Perro from the USA, California.
Perfect.
Before I begin my presentation, I'd like to ask everyone a simple question. Do you drink beer? Do you know that your beer can help the world replace single-use plastic? That is right. My name is Robert Luo. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Metero. We use big data to turn ag waste into compostable biomaterials. What we want to do is to solve two of the biggest problems that happens every single day in our life: food waste and single-use plastic. So we have developed a proprietary technology that can upcycle a variety of agriculture waste, ranging from plant-based to animal-based. In fact, we have already filed 5 patents in both the US and China. We first extract polymers, such as protein and fiber, from these agriculture waste. Then we modify these polymers using a method called grafting, where we covalently bond monomers onto polymers to create a new structure for these materials that can be turned into compostable biomaterials. The first industry that we are targeting is the water-soluble packaging industry, which has a valuation of $5 billion. And by 2030, our goal is to have an SOM of $1 billion to replace 20% of the all PVA or PVOH in this industry. In fact, we have developed the world's first plant protein thermoplastic. Has never been done before. That helps us to create an excellent processing ability, scalability, and recyclability of the material. These materials can be applied to the existing plastic manufacturing equipments. We had developed the world's first packaging material made from beer waste, and we got the beer waste from Budweiser. This material is home compostable or industrial compostable within 180 days. It's also water degradable and heat sealable. Given that it's made from plant protein, it's potentially edible and has good oxygen barrier property. We have already developed several applications with our partner. For example, we are now in paid pilot with AB InBev to create product label for their beer using their own spent grain. We are in another paid pilot with Unilever to create the world's first 100% compostable detergent and laundry pod. Given that our material is edible, we can make it into edible sachet to replace the ketchup sachet that is currently banned in UK for using plastic. Our material can also be used as the ingredient for pet food. In terms of CO2 emission, we have done a life cycle analysis. As you can see, Metero Pack Beer, our trademark, has much lesser CO2 emission compared to the fossil-based derivative PVA. 90% of water in our process can be recycled and reused. Our cost will be also cheaper compared to other materials such as PVA once we reach commercialization. We are now building a brand new and game-changing platform that uses AI and precision fermentation to create microbes that can turn plastic waste, carbon waste, and food waste into new type of protein polymer.
I'm sorry, your time is up. 3 minutes has already passed. So, dear judge, it's time for questions. The first question from Daniel Serkis, please.
Hi, Robert. Thanks for the presentation. So I'm very familiarized with AB InBev, Budweiser, and all of those brands. So I would like to know how would you scale that? Because that is like that always been a good problem to scale this type of solution. So they don't make a great impact in the world, but if you need to get it to the whole, like all the plants in the world, how would you do that?
Great question, Daniel. So AB InBev, we're very familiar with them. They are our supplier and partner. And to begin with, we chose beer because it's the third most consumed beverage in the entire world. We can take that, scale it in the entire world, not just in one location. And in fact, our technology can apply to anything that has protein. It does not limit to beer waste. Beer waste is just what we started with. We have now worked with pea protein, soy protein, and other type of protein as well.
Great, thanks.
Thank you, Daniel.
Okay, thank you so much. And more questions for Jim Thomas.
Yeah, I was hoping if you could talk just a little bit more about profitability in the bit. I know you didn't get to finish at the end there. I just wanted to give you a little more time to kind of wrap up what the business model looked like and what some of your projections were.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jim. So this year, we're initiating our pilot production between 100 to 200 tons. That can give us a projected revenue of $500K to $2 million USD. And by 2024, we're going to initiate our semi-commercial production between 1,000 to 4,000 tons. And that will give us a projected revenue of $5 million to $20 million. And afterward, we plan to license our technology or outsource it to the existing plastic manufacturers.
And quickly, what does competition look like in this space?
Right. The only material that is used in the water-soluble packaging is the PVA, which is fossil-derived material. There's no other bio-based material that's trying to target the industry, and that's why AB InBev and Unilever are working with us to create the world's first 100% bio-based water-soluble packaging material.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was Startup Mitero. And so now we are going to the next participant. Please welcome Good Life Project from India.
Thank you, Julia. Let me know when you can see my screen. So,
sure.
This was again.
Yeah, can you see your screen? Just make it full.
All right. Hi, everyone, and we're very happy to be here. So I speak on behalf of my co-founders, Aparna, Anup, and Gautam. So a little bit about ourselves. We've been in operation for past 1 year, and we've been focusing on women as a market. We source these quality organic-free, chemical-free product from the farmers, and these are all herbal supplements and all tracked through our blockchain-based traceability solution. And while we were talking to some of our avid customers, we realized that there is a problem that's not just been addressed by us or in India, but in fact across the world. So, the problem of menopause is actually a very lonely one. So not just the family, but even the woman has a very less awareness about it. And when we spoke deeply, I think they don't have enough information out there. In fact, even the public health system is so much biased towards the other problems, and now COVID, that this has become this is a very suppressed problem. And if not treated well, women in the later stages might develop other problems like the breast cancer or the cardiovascular diseases. But the good part is the awareness about this is going up, and we have the population which is in positive. So I'm wishing that we are building the second leg of our Good Life project, which is going to be wholesome snacks with organic chemical-free food sourced directly from the farmers, and with a platform that helps to make these new beginnings. And one thing that we are very particular about is it's not a medicinal but it's more like to assist them in the change of the lifestyle. So these are a couple of our products which are laden with some of these products that we've got from our villages. These products like Shatavari, which is highly recommended for the hormone balance, and products like Ashwagandha, which is an energy booster, along with the other bars which are going to help transform this lifestyle. Well, there are competition, but most of them are focused on the traditional organic problem, but no one on the menopause. So I think we have a wide space and we can grow this really fast. And if you look at top 10 cities in India, we're looking at 58, about 4 million population of 48 plus women, which is the target. And we're looking at driving about 2 million revenues in 18 months' time, by targeting 12,000 individuals. So it's going to be a combination of the membership fee, product gross margin, and service fee. And in about 3 years, we see a few of our products being sold globally through our own platform as well as Amazon. So this is a little bit of our team
I'm
background.
sorry, your time is up. Thank you so much for the
Thank
presentation.
you. Thank you for your time and open for questions.
And now, as usual, our questions from the judge. Please think what a question would you like to ask our founder? Okay, the first question from Daniel.
Hi, Dushan. Nice presentation. Thanks. I just would like to know where you are right now with the production, or you didn't even start it, because I didn't catch it from the presentation.
So we formulated 3 products, and we will be going. So it's basically these recipes which are designed by the dietitians and the doctors. So we're going to be formulating so that is under formulation, and will take about 2 to 3 months for the lab trials, and about after 3 months, we're going to be putting it out in the market.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much. Any questions more? Okay, if no questions, so thank you so much for your presentation. It was Startup Good Life project from India, and good luck. And we are going to the next participant. We have storyboards from the USA, Illinois. Please welcome.
Hi, everyone. Good morning from Chicago area. My name is Naseem Abdi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Storybolt. We are changing company's culture one story at a time, and we do that with the power of award-winning documentary storytelling and the storytellers. When we started the journey, we want to make sure that we are creating value for our clients and partners if we are going to this journey. So we decided to test this idea with 5 giant brands, including Discover, Amazon, Google Cloud, United Airlines, and Paylocity. And in only 4 months, all 5 of these giant brands joined us as paying clients. So we knew we have a value that you're providing on bringing a new paradigm of human skills development to companies and corporations. The reason that all of these giant brands came and joined us was the pain that they're feeling. They're losing more than $1 trillion per year due to the cost of retention and lack of trust in the organization, and the new normal of remote work and hybrid work that people are working from everywhere. Creating that sense of belonging and trust inside the organization and creating a culture that creates that sense of belonging is something that they're struggling with. And they spent $8 billion in 2021 only in North America to resolve this issue. And most of the time, what they found was the solutions are too superficial, and they are not creating the result that they are trying to get. What we have is a new paradigm of immersive learning using human-centered stories. We have a library of more than 4,000 short documentaries from 112 countries around the world. These are all award-winning documentaries that companies can use the stories and storytelling model in a subscription model to create conversations that are needed for building the right culture. That's how it works when, for example, United Airlines came to us, and asked for a series for their employees to better understand impact of bias in the organization. They got matched in under 45 minutes and only 8 clicks. They got matched with a series of sessions, live sessions, under 1 hour in each session. All the employees got engaged in a very candid conversation and learning that was active learning, not passive, and also collective learning. And right after the session, they received an impact measurement to see how much they moved the needle. 2021, we had 25x growth in revenue per quarter, 12x increase in the basket size. All of these logos that you're seeing here are our paying clients, and they're not just logos there. And we are actually expanding that by adding new partners. Now we are working with EY and Deloitte as our partners on the corporation side, and we are also building partnership on the filmmaker side We have Hotdocs as our partner and Tribeca, and we are in conversations with Sundance on HBO documentaries. The business model is pretty simple. It's annual subscription, just like a B2B, like a Audible for B2B, based on the number of credits that company receive. They can have the series that they want. The SAM, we calculated it bottom up. We don't believe in a pie in the sky. So 6.4 billion is something that we are very comfortable to go after. And our team, I come from academia background in e-learning and creating that engagement pedagogical model, and also film. I've been the leading actress of a film that was featured on Netflix, and that's how I got the idea. And my co-founder, Babak, comes from a background in edutainment and creating, he exited his third company on using storytelling and edutainment for creating engagement, and has the business background. And together with a team of sales and technology and amazing advisors that we have, we built the company.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We are right now raising 1.2 million, and we appreciate your attention. 1 million is already completed, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear judge, it's time for questions. Please raise your hand up. Basma, Asa, please.
Hello, thank you so much for the presentation. I just would like to ask if you have a specific focus on specific industries or not.
Thank you for the question. Yes, we started focusing on, with a specific focus on financial industry and tech industry because of the pain they are feeling right now with retention rates. But we are also exploring other industries and other corporation size.
Good. Jim Thomas has a question as well.
Great presentation. Could you talk a little bit more about scaling? Because it seems like that would be very creatively intensive, and I'm sure you do amazing work, but to be able to service that many clients, how you help us understand that a bit?
No, thanks for the question. That's a great question. Actually, we've been obsessed with the scaling from get-go, and that's how we are working with EY and Deloitte. That's on the corporation side. On the filmmaker side, just imagine like an Airbnb for filmmakers. So we are making partnership. We don't produce any content. Sure. We are just repurposing their award-winning documentaries after the film festivals.
Great. And the question from Michael. Michael, please.
You're mute.
Hi. I think it's a really clever idea, and it looks like it's being well executed. My questions are, I'm actually assuming your point of entry is the human resources area, human resources. So my question is about the live interactions. Is that something you do? Is that something they do? And I have a second question about cost of licensing the documentaries from the providers.
Thanks for the brilliant questions, Michael. No, both of them are great questions. Well, CHROs are our personas, and we have two models. There are some companies who like to take care of the live interactions themselves, and there are some companies who use our, again, market of facilitators that we're vetting through our platform to have these sessions. And your second question was about?
How much are you paying the likes of your partners, because licensing rights is always a huge issue. So
right,
how much is it? How much are they?
Yeah, so we have 10% of the cost of the session as the licensing fee, and it's non-exclusive licensing, but we do have exclusive rights to short version that if we receive a short version for storyboard specific, then that's going to be exclusive, and 10% is what we pay per session. So the filmmaker get paid not only for the film, but also their presence and the Q&As that they're having for that session.
Well, kudos to you. This is really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the question from Anna Mauro, please.
Yes, my question is more about, at the end, how do you measure that impact, or who is the one that really measures that impact, and how do you, I don't know, do you present the report, the dashboard? Yeah, how do companies know?
No, thank you for that question. That's exactly how we bring the stickiness to this model. We do measure the impact ourselves through a the data that we gather during the sessions and also a survey that we do right after. And based on those measurements, we find out how much we move the needle. And we also tell our partners what are the other areas they need to focus. So what's the next series, next program that they need to bring to the organization.
Great, thank you so much for the questions. The time is up and we should continue. Thank you so much. It was Startup Story Vault.
Thank you so much. That's our pleasure.
Thank you. And please welcome the next startup for today from India, Bharat Krushi Seva. Please, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Please.
Okay. All right.
Make it full.
So, hi, everyone. My name is Sharayu. I'm the founder and CEO at Bharat Krushi Seva. Bharat Krushi Seva, it is an app-based platform for farmers where we are on a mission to drive the mass adoption of digital agriculture. So what is the problem that we are trying to solve here? Every one of us is aware that the world food product, that is a world food problem, where the production of the food needs to be increased by 70% by 2050, where the population is being estimated by 9.7 billion by 2050. So how we are going to do this with the amount of aggregable land, with the amount of limited water resources and frequent changing weather conditions? Okay, even the agriculture scientists are being thinking about this problem, that how this can be solved, because even there is an attack due to the attack of pest and disease. It's almost 40% of the yield is being lost, and even the farmers, mainly in the developing countries like India, the farmers, they don't have direct access to the agri input, that is the seeds, fertilizers. The the local market has been occupied by the brands which are not tested, which are not authorized. So this, even the business side of it needs more and more direct access to the farmers. So it is a big challenge of creating an agricultural ecosystem that is ecologically, economically, and socially sustainable. So at Bharat Krushi Seva, we are building a technology-led sustainable business model for farmers, where we are monitoring their land, which is a weather-based farm monitoring system. So what we do is we capture the real-time data of the conditions of their land and accordingly we give them farm-specific, crop-specific, and state-specific actionable recommendations, what they need to act upon. And according to the changing weather conditions, changing climatic conditions, we observe 44 weather parameters, and accordingly we deliver them the actionable recommendations, what they need to do. And these actionable recommendations are not at all generic. They are very much specific to the crop, to the stage of the crop, and what they need to act upon these changing conditions. Okay, and as I said, we are also building a sort of business partner system for agri input services, where the farmers will be getting direct access to the sort of good or right fertilizer or right pesticide at right time, because right now they just make a use of what is locally available to them, and at last they just have a sort of food or the yield being wasted. So here we are making a use of technology based platform, that is we are working upon data analytics and remote sensing technology, and accordingly the advisory is being provided to the farmers. So these are our milestones. We started this, like earlier we were working more on physical model since in Jan, but due to COVID, we have pivoted our business model to more into a sort of app-based platform since July. So July 2021, like it was our app launched. Until now, we are a family of almost 50,000 plus farmers from India, and 10,000 of them have adopted our advisory services. We were also the semi-finalist for Financial Times FT Challenge Seed Star Challenge, which was a global challenge that was being held. We also got Indian Achievers Award 2021 for Best Promising Agri-Tech Startup in India. We are right now the part of accelerator program of UPAYA and YSP 2022. So the impact what we have created here, it's like we have right now we are working on 30 crops, and we have a data of 138 crops after this, and we will be progressing ahead with these crops. So the impact is majorly we are saving 20 to 30% of the farmers, the expenditure, what they are doing into the agri input, and we are able to help them to reduce their total expenditure cost and increase their total income. Also, we are working on saving their water and the fertilizer indication, because they do not need to apply it uniformly throughout the farm. They just need to apply it where and when it is needed, in the right amount and in the right quantity.
Thank you so much. Your time is up. And now, thank you for the presentation.
Sure, thank you so much.
Now it's time for the question. The first question is from Thomas. Please, Thomas Abraham.
Yeah, firstly, congratulations for some fantastic work that you're doing. I think that's really commendable. So I'd be happy to know a little more about your business model and how do you make your revenue, and how do you plan to scale that revenue model?
Yes, definitely. So right now, as I said, we are working with farmers. So we are also working with supplying them with the agri input, and we are procuring them their agri output and with the bulk buyers. So our business model, our business revenue generally comes from the agri input procurement, what we are doing, and also with the sort of agri output procurement, what we are doing right now. So we have done two business types, that is Zydex and Nirmal Seeds, and mainly they are for their biotech specifically. So generally, whenever we get a sort of requirement for fertilizer, seeds or pesticides, so we do share this sort of requirement with them, and we make sure that our farmer gets a sort of doorstep delivery of this agri input services. And also we do a sort of branding of their inputs on our platform. So this is a sort of revenue generation. And in a plan to scale, right now we are operating in Maharashtra. It is specific to Maharashtra as in data wise, but yes, if we as in how we have a plan to scale, we need to work with the algorithm is already in place. We just need to have the data sets that we are already working out upon with a few institutes, a few colleges like who provide research centers, so to get down the data. And once we have the data, the algorithm is in place, so it can be easily scalable.
So we are trying to offer full stack services to farmers. So our revenue majorly come into the agri inputs, and right now we started from procurement, output procurement, where we are providing bulk supply to bulk buyers. And right now we have done deal with the Deal Share, then VNF Fresh and other companies like this, Big Basket.
Thank you for the answer. The second question is from Jim Thomas.
And great presentation. Love what you guys are doing. And sorry if I missed it. Back to the revenue model, is it a flat fee to the farmer, or is it a revenue share model with the increased profits?
Yes, actually, we do have a subscription-based model for the farmers, but the fees are very nominal. If you ask me, it is like 1 rupee per day for a farmer. So it is a sort of nominal for a subscription for the farmer. Our major of the revenue comes from the B2B tie-ups that what we are doing with the agri input companies, the supply chain, and the procurement ones. So that is the major business model what we are running after.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the question from Daniel.
So thanks for the presentation, really nice. Just a quick question. Which countries do you want to expand to? Do you have this in your pipeline? And if you monitor like the pests, if you have any invaders, you know?
Yes, definitely. Daniel, first, I'll like to answer your first question. For the expansion, right now, India is a developing country. So the algorithm and the data that what we are working out upon is mainly working for the marginal size farmers, because here the size of the land is less, and this will be working for the developing countries where the major of the farmers are marginal size farmers having a land of 1 to 5 acre or a hectare of land. So we are targeting the countries where the size of the farmers are marginal and with a sort of similar weather climatic changing conditions as we have the algorithm in place. So that will be working with the sort of similar weather climatic condition countries.
So in upcoming 2 years, we have targeted the APAC, Asia specific. So after that, we are targeting South Africa as well.
Yes.
And step by step, we are targeting other countries.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you for the presentation. It was Startup Brahat Krushi Seva from India. Thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And we are moving forward to the next participant from Portugal. Welcome, Startup Skizo.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Please.
Okay, can you see my pitch deck?
Yeah, great. You can start.
So my name is Andre, and I'm CEO and co-founder here in Schizo. And it is currently estimated that we have more than 150 million tons of plastics in our oceans. And every minute, the equivalent of a garbage truck is dumped in our oceans, killing all the biodiversity that we have in our oceans also. And if we don't do nothing right now, by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in our oceans. And of course, economic sectors that survive from the oceans will suffer great losses. So Schizo starts in 2019, where I was with my son here at the beach, and I saw him trying to put some plastics in her mouth. And this is not the image that the father wants to see. So we start our mission. We don't want this legacy for the next generation. So we challenge everyone to leave a better legacy for the next generations. And we are revolutionizing the fashion industry with our innovative textile technology and business model. And of course, we have a mission to clean the oceans. So we collect the plastic with the help of the fishermen from the ocean. We shred the plastic and transform into a yarn and then into a fabric that we use to produce our own brand of products. And we are also starting to make that process with old fish nets that the fishermen collects from the ocean also, and their own old fish nets too. So our first product, it was a customized sneaker with all the textile or fabric made with our plastic from the ocean, and the rubber is natural rubber with recycled rubber or chewing gum or coffee or rice or cork, because all our products are customized and produced on demand. We give to the customer almost in unlimited combinations. So when we start this COVID-19 situation, we start to produce also masks. We have to develop the fabrics to produce the masks. And when we start to produce that masks, we saw that we can make a microfiber or microplastic laundry bag that we can use in our washing machine to prevent that microplastics or microfibers goes to the ocean again. So we have high quality. We don't have any stock because we produce only on demand. We are certified B Corp right now, pending B Corp right now. We have social and environmental impact and an end of life program for our products. And because of that, we call our customers by heroes. This is our milestone for the past 2 years. We have sold more than 50,000 products. We have won a few awards globally, and we have been case study from University of Westminster and University of Victoria in Canada, and Vogue Italia, one of the most fashion magazines worldwide, have made an article from us telling that we are one of the most talented startups and promising startups from Europe and fashion right now. Our impact, we have cleaned an ocean area equivalent of district of Lisboa and Porto here in Portugal. More than 50,000 products sold, the equivalent of 1,000 PET bottles, transforming into tons of textile.
I'm sorry, your time is up. Thank you so much. Yeah, and now, as usual, the time for questions. Dear judge, please think a little bit. And the first question from Daniel.
Hi, Andrea. Thanks for the presentation. The question here is, how would you scale that, considering that everything is on-demand production, and how fast you are getting the orders and delivering it to the customers?
Yes, the sneakers is the lately product that we can produce, and since you order our sneakers, we ship in 15 days, 20 days. We ship in 15 days. You will receive in 20 days. All the other products we can produce faster. in 3, 4, 5 days, we ship the other products.
And what's your capability of producing? Like, how many sneakers a day you can produce? Like, considering
500.
scaling it?
Yeah,
500.
We have a slot in our partner factory that produces sneakers for 4 generations. So they have the know-how and all the logistics, so they can produce 500 sneakers per day for us. And we want to reach that. It's good for all.
Great, thank you so much for your question. And any questions more? Please judge. We have a little bit time. Yeah, one question from Matthew.
Yeah, thank you, Andre. Great work you're doing and very needed. My question to you is, how do you incentivize the fisher folks to collect those materials? Is there a payment? Are you following any regulation or policy that might provide you raw materials? How do you ensure supply from that side?
Yeah. We start give some products that they need when it was a small group, but we saw that they want something big, because we all know that they are known, that the fisherman is known by society one of the most polluted people in the world, because they really pollute our oceans. So they start to work with us, and they don't want to receive nothing. Instead, our awareness for the society, they are cleaning the oceans. They know that they pollute, but they want to that the society knows that we are working with the fishermen to change that society regardless. We don't pay anything to them, just giving the awareness that they are helping us, and they are the one of the pillars of our company.
Good, thank you so much for your answers. It was Startup Schizo from Portugal. Thank you so much again, and we are going to the next participant. Please welcome this startup from Australia, the Leaf Protein.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. Can we see the screen all right?
Yeah, that's good.
Is it showing a Google Doc, or is it showing presentation? You see the presentation?
Yeah, it's good. You can
I have
start.
multiple screens going on, a little confusing. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. My name is Connor Balfany. I'm a PhD student studying plant protein extraction and one of the co-founders of the Leaf Protein Co. Today, I want to talk to you about a way that we are redefining our food production landscape, a way that we can increase agricultural sustainability and efficiency, a way that we can give revenue streams to farmers for existing croplands, and a way that we can move away from monocrops into more biodiverse agricultural production systems. We do this by harnessing the most abundant source of protein on Earth, leaf protein. So it's no secret that the plant-based industry is booming right now. It's a current conservative estimate of 35 billion with projections to be 162 billion by the end of the decade. And yet despite this, a majority of the protein supply is bottlenecked down to 3 protein sources. All of these have limited functionality and consumer applicability. For one, all 3 of them have allergenicity concerns, with 2 of them being a major A allergen, as well as consumer preferences to avoid some of these, such as gluten or perhaps GMOs, or getting away from inefficient monocrop systems. This is where leaf protein enters the space. Because it's ubiquitous in absolutely every single plant species, this gives us incredible diversity on where we can source our biomass from. This has allowed us to partner with small mom and pop agricultural institutions or larger agricultural institutions. We partner with plant processing companies, as well as looking at restorative agriculture, where we turn marginal lands such as saline and drought affected soil into CO2 capture systems that which we can then harvest for protein. So anything that can be grown as biomass is a product that we can source and buy and use. And this includes agricultural off-streams and waste sources that we can then turn into value products, giving farmers an additional revenue streams on things that could have contributed to methane production. So the Leaf Protein Co. operates as a business-to-business supplier. We take these novel biomass sources and optimize an extraction protocol for the protein of each specific source. And within this extraction protocol, it's actually quite novel. We can change some of the variables to actually affect the functionality of the protein so that we can deliver the customer or the food product companies the exact type of protein with the functionality that they require. Currently, we're producing isolates and concentrates in about 50 to 80% purity, and this can all be tailored to what the customer needs depending on application. And the final customer would be food product manufacturing companies that are taking part in the plant-based space. So while we're incredibly novel and progressive with where we are sourcing our biomass from, what really has the food companies interested is the actual functionality of the product. When we compare these to the benchmarks of some of the other industry standards, such as soy, pea, or egg white, we can see that leaf protein performs better, or at least just as good in a lot of the standard benchmarks. For example, foaming is quite novel. It performs better than any plant protein on the market, as well as outcompeting egg white even, with longer stability. Its gelling means it's highly applicable in plant-based meats, and the solubility and emulsification mean that it's highly applicable in plant-based dairy systems, such as milk and cheeses. So because of this, because of the wide applicability, the change in the functionality that we can do with the processing system and our 80% leaf protein concentrates, 100% of the companies that we've contacted have been interested in continuing research or product development with the leaf protein isolate that we're providing. And this is all thanks to our team that has over 70 years of experience in both product management, research and development, the food industry, consumer space, and other applicable entities. So really thank you for your time today. It's been an honor to be here and share the stage with such innovators, and I'll open the floor to questions.
Thank you so much. Please, it's time for questions. Feel free to ask everything you'd like to clarify. And we have a question from Basma, please.
Yes, thank you so much for the presentation. My question is, what's your production capacity?
Yeah, so that's a great question and something that we are currently in the process of scaling. This all started as a lab bench research project that we've then been moving to pilot scale and now looking at commercial entities. Currently, we're partnering with some pilot production plants in both Australia and the United States. We're currently producing about 10 to 20 kilograms, but we're looking to scale that up with investments so that we can acquire more plant-based pilot plant rental facilities, as well as purchasing our own equipment. But the entire process has been deemed scalable by both our pilot plant technological capability experts. So it's just a matter of acquiring the equipment with funds.
Great.
10 to 20 kilograms per week or per day or per...
It really depends on demand at this point. We're vetting the functionality, so we get orders in and then we can produce it.
Good. Thank you so much. More questions, Judge? We have time. Jim Thomas, please.
Great goal, great presentation. Can you talk a little bit more about the intellectual property and any patents you have around this, or how do you keep people, how do you protect this as you scale?
Absolutely, and that's kind of a cornerstone to the business. So we're currently developing non-provisional and provisional patents with a patent clinic in California, Shepherd Mullen. So we have some IP in the works with them. And then just kind of making sure that that stays proprietary in both the sourcing and the actual production of it. So that's all in the works.
Wonderful. So we have no questions. So let's give many thanks to our startup Schizo from Portugal. Thank you so much for participation and good luck. We are moving to the startup from the Switzerland. Please. ESG Explorer.
Yes, thank you very much, Julia.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, now it's, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Dirk Hermans. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ESG Explorer, the next generation sustainability management platform out of Switzerland. If we continue business as usual, temperatures will rise to unsustainable levels for our environment. Only if we can identify additional opportunities to reduce greenhouse gas emissions far beyond the current commitment will we reach the goal of limiting global warming to 2 degrees, which is considered safe for our environment. Now the problem is that current ESG management and reporting is based on outdated technology. We have limited transparency of ESG data. The process is manual. And when we look at other solutions, we see a focus on gathering and reporting data without looking at underlying processes and aligning them with company strategy. That's where we come in with our platform that enables sustainability management in real time. We start with our current model to analyze carbon footprint, and we'll develop complementary models addressing social responsibility and corporate governance metrics. We use process mining technology as the backbone of our sustainability platform. This technology creates a bridge between data analytics and process management. So far, the technology has mainly been used to analyze financial and operational data. We are different in that we add the sustainability perspective for a more holistic picture. We created a B2B SaaS platform to manage carbon emissions along the value chain. In the executive dashboard, we see where CO2 arises across functions and geographies. Then we can do a deep dive into procurement, production, and distribution functions to assess cost efficiency and carbon footprint at a more granular level. With our platform, management can benchmark against industry norms, use AI-driven recommendations for carbon reduction, and build scenarios to track progress against ESG targets. How do we make money? We charge a fee for setting it up because it needs to be tailored to the company's environment. Then we run it as a SaaS model for a monthly fee, or if our client prefers, they can also run it themselves for an annual license fee. We offer optional sustainability reports, and once we have enough data, we plan to add a rating service. We have a head start because there's no comparable platform in the market right now. And I have done exactly the same thing when I was a partner with EY. So I know that it works, and we received a number of innovation awards for this model. With Laurent, we have a crypto trading platform experienced CTO on our team, and Celonis, the process mining market leader, is our strong partner. Our advisor, Herbert, was a key figure in the Ethereum Foundation success story. What we have built is just the first step in the evolution of a fully integrated tech platform. Future upgrades will include embedding dashboarding, blockchain, virtual reality, and transactional interfaces. For example, the trading of carbon credits. We are facing monumental challenges to ensure the survival of our planet, and we are convinced our platform will contribute to the solution. Thank you very much, and if you would like a demo of our platform, I'll be happy to show it to you. Thank you.
For sure, thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I can't hear myself. So just, Dear judge, time to ask questions. Please raise your hands and we will discuss. Okay, let's give them a little bit time to think. The first question from Daniel.
Hi there. Thanks for the presentation. Really important solution for the world. In how many clients are you right now, and how do you plan to scale this, like your milestones during the time?
Yes, we are still very early stage. So we completed the platform and we are ready to start a pilot project. We have 3 candidates for the pilot, and I mentioned I work with Celonis, the market leader in process mining software, and once we completed the seed round, we will select the pilot client. So we are still at the very early stage.
Thanks.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, no questions more, so I hope that everything is clear for everyone. If everybody would have a question, please, you can write in our chat, in Zoom chat, or contact directly our founders. Thank you so much. It was Startup ESG Explorer from Switzerland. Thank you. And I'd like to invite the next participant. Ad Startup is the winner of our unicorn pitch in Malaysia. Startup Earth.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mohammed Tariq. I'm the founder of Earth. The average person uses about 200 electronic devices during their lifetime, which means that they generate about 1 ton of e-waste. Unfortunately, in many parts of the world, e-waste ends up like this in landfills. It's the world's fastest growing waste stream. It's toxic pollution for centuries, and it's also billions of dollars lost forever. The market here in Malaysia, where we are the market leader, is about 2% of the global market, estimated at $2 billion. The global market is about 100 billion. And Asia is about half of the global market, worth about 50 billion. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but many countries have the rate of recycling stuck at the current rate for a number of years. And that's because there hasn't been any breakthrough innovations in this regard. So we've created a digital platform where any household or business can request a free pickup for their recyclable electronics. They receive a cash reward, and this pickup is done through a network of Uberized freelance heroes who are also paid a service fee for the pickup. On average, a kilogram of e-waste costs us about $1. And then once it reaches our warehouse, it goes through a grading system: grade A, reusable; grade B, repairable; and grade C, recyclable. We're able to generate revenue from grade A and grade B such that our average selling price is $3. Our capacity today is 30 tons per month, and we have engaged more than 1,000 freelance heroes during the last 3 years. This is, for example, Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, once you offer a free pickup service for households and individuals, everybody wants to recycle because it's easy and they also get cash, which is better than throwing it in the garbage. During the pandemic, we have experienced accelerated growth. We've spent about $100,000 generating around $300,000 in revenue during the last 2 years. We have some of the world's largest companies as our customers: DHL, NTT, United Nations, you name it. This is a service that everyone needs, so we're happy to serve both large companies as well as households. We've collected and diverted more than 500,000 kilograms of e-waste from landfills. We were named in 2021 the #1 authorized collector in Malaysia, dethroning a company that has been around for 60 years. And we've repaired more than 10,000 devices, sold them directly through e-commerce, and we also donated more than 1,000 devices to needy students. Thank you very much. This is Earth, and I'm happy to take your questions.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and questions. So let's wait a little bit. Our judge is thinking, and we have 3 questions at the same time. So please, Sinovuyo, you're the first time, so please, your question.
Oh, Mohammed, thanks. Very great presentation and great work that you're doing. I have a quick question just on your unit economics. I got some data I saw on your slide around your per kg costs. Could you just walk us through, what it looks like, both your unit costs and revenues related to that? Thanks.
Yeah, that's a great question. So as I said, the average kilogram of e-waste costs about $1. This dollar is split in half between the original owner of the e-waste as well as the hero that has performed the pickup. If the individual decides to deliver the item to us, then they will get both the hero plus the e-waste fee. And these cash rewards are considered, the most generous. That's why we have become the market leader. So we pay higher than the others. And just to let you know, this model works because the Uberization of the collection network reduces our cost, while the ABC grading and selling directly through e-commerce increases the value of our material. So we have less cost and the material is higher value, and that's why we're able to generate amazing margins.
Great. Thank you so much. Jim Thomas, please, your question.
Great, yeah, great idea. Can you talk a little bit more about once I get the collection piece, but then from the vast materials that you have, the recycling process or the repurposing of those items downstream?
So it's a very, very simple process. We have a simple 2,000 square feet warehouse. The stuff comes in on a daily basis. All the heroes are dropping the items on an ongoing basis. The staff at the warehouse are taking the material in. It is being sorted A, B, C. A material is basically ready to use. It just needs formatting, data wiping, and then take nice photos, put it on our e-commerce storefront. Then grade B material, it's repairable. For example, the laptop works, but the battery needs replacement. In that case, we sell it to our B2B partners. They will then fix it and sell it forward. And then the grade C material every 3 days is being collected by one of our licensed recovery MRFs, basically. So the process is very, very simple. We're running the entire operation with five staff. So it's very efficient, and it definitely can scale, at least here in Asia, anywhere, but we also believe that it stands on its feet anywhere in the world.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Daniel is very active today. Please ask your question.
Yeah. Really quick again. Thanks for the presentation, Mohammed. The question is, if you see another competitions around Asia, for example, because this is, something can do in other countries, but mainly in Asia, as you want to scale in Asia.
Look, the way I see it is that we're not competing against each other. We're actually all competing against the landfill, which is the largest recipient of e-waste. So I don't think that in the next 2 or 3 decades, competition will be a problem. But what we have noticed here in Malaysia, as I said, we have dethroned a company that's been around for 60 years and #1 for 60 years. We have dethroned them in 3 years. So clearly the model works, and now we're looking to scale it all around the world. And we're not too worried about competition. There is room for everyone because the global recycling rate is 17%. There's a lot of recycling that needs to happen.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation. It was Startup Earth from Malaysia. And we are keeping going. The last but not least startup for today is BioSolvit from Brazil, which is our winner of the Unicorn Pitch Antarctica. Please, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yes, for us.
For the opportunities. Thank you. So,
please make a full screen of your presentation.
Perfect. Just a moment, please.
Right, you have time.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
So,
yeah.
My name is Guilherme Queiroz. I'm the founder and CEO of BioSolvit. We are a Brazilian biotech company applied to new materials development. I'm here today to show you an amazing solution for our chemical spills. Almost 6 million tons of oil were spilled in the last 5 decades, only our seeds according to ITOP. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the BioBlue network soil. We have 2 tanks, and I'm putting crude oil in these 2 tanks in the same quantity. In the first tank, I will use polyurethane, which was the best alternative for this kind of accidents before us. And in the second tank, I will put our product, the BioBlue network soil. 1 kilogram of polyurethane on the left absorbs until 12 kilograms of oil in 30 minutes. 1 kilogram of our product absorbs until 34 kilograms of oil in only 15 minutes. It means that, at minimum, our product is twice more absorbent in the half of time. Here in Brazil, we have an important industry that produces hard of palm, an eatable product. Only 3% of a palm tree is used to produce the hard of palm. The rest of 97% was discarded in the crop. Now we recover this biomass, and among other products, we produce the BioBlue network soil. See the difference between these 2 tanks after 1 minute in action of our product. See how the oil was spread on the surface in the first tank and how the oil was almost completely absorbed in the second tank, okay? In a few words, our product is natural, made from discarded biomass, twice more absorbent in half of time, and most important, this technology is the only one that allows the reuse of spilled oil. So we can recover the oil on the sea or land and put again to refine. I went to France and Total has challenged us to test our product in the Cedric Institute, and nowadays our technology is the #1 in the world for oil absorption. Some competitors from Germany, United Kingdom, and the United States. Our line of products, the BioBlue EcoFast line, we have distributors in Brazil, in Argentina, in France, and now in United States too. Our market size, Grandview Research estimates that our market will be $108 billion in 2025. Our revenues projections, $6 million to this year. We have just opened a new round for raising money. We were accelerated at plug and play endeavor. And this is our team. We truly believe that we can change the world. Actually, in between making money and change the world, we choose both. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your presentation and Q&A session. Yeah, the first question from Eric. Please.
I can't hear you, Eric, please.
Eric, yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much. My question was, what would be the cost of an average spill clean out?
Our product is less, has a low cost in comparison to the other competitors, because it is made from discarded biomass. Of course, we can sell this product with large margins, and it will allow us to compete or reward in better conditions.
Thank you.
Thank you. The question from Gary.
Yeah, great to see the pitch again. What progress have you made from the Antarctica win, and where are you with revenue? I didn't see the revenue, and maybe I missed it.
Yes, this year we are projecting $6 million, but we have just won a contract with Petrobras, a large oil company here in Brazil, and this contract is around $20 million. So we need to raise money, not only to supply this new contract, but to expand our business all over the world.
Got it. Thanks. Great presentation.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. One more question from Jim Thomas.
A noble effort. Could you tell us the ideal client is the petroleum companies, or is it government agencies, or talk a little bit more about who the end client or the user is?
Yeah, the oil companies are clients of our company, but we sell these products to different kinds of companies: mining companies, steel companies, industries, ports, airports. Every company that manipulates oil or derivatives could be a client for our company.
And so, but they would proactively purchase your product and proactively clean up a spill in fear of being fined by the government. Is that how the business model would work?
Yes. It could be that.
Great. Thank you so much. We will. Okay, so thank you for your presentation. Thank you, Startup by Solvit from Brazil. I wish you good luck as to all our participants today. And
that was the last. Yeah, hi Julia. I was here listening to all those great pitches, very interesting, and I'm really glad that we are at our ecosystem really helping the planet to be better, really helping mankind to live a better life, because me having kids, I'm also concerned how they will see our world in 10 years from now. And I really hope that these startups will succeed, because like you can survive without fintech, you can survive without game tech, but you cannot survive without impact tech. I'm sure of that. Okay, dear judges, please finish voting, because in a minute we'll be closing the votes and we'll know who the winner is, who will present ImpactTech in the World Finals and possibly winning the Unicorn Cup this season. And that means a lot to a lot of startups, because they get to showcase themselves in front of top judges all over the world. And I will talk how different our voting system is. Our different categories of judges vote separately. That is, we'll be closing the votes of guests, we'll be closing the votes of business angels, then we will be closing the votes of expert board, and then we'll be closing the votes of official judges. And every category will have their own winner, but then all the votes will be summed up, and we will have the ultimate winner. We'll know who had won this wonderful unicorn battle. Okay, I have this special thing I do. Where is my, okay, unicorn battle. That is it. Do you see my screen? Am I clear? Okay, Julia, can you nod at me? Do you see my screen?
Yes. And
okay, wonderful. Thank you, Alexander. Yeah, okay. And here, there's the event page. Everyone sees the event page, and you can see the event page on your mobile phone or on your laptop. And there we will see the votes as they are closed. Okay. That's a special music, meaning that the votes are being closed. And we are ready to announce the winner. Okay. Let's see. The votes already closed. Let's see how did our guests vote. Okay. In a second, the page will refresh and we will see. Okay. So Africa Green Tech got the most from our guests. That is very interesting. Great solution. Wish you all the luck in that. Okay, next one will be our business angels who also voted with us. Let's see who did our business angels choose. Aha, they liked Earth better. They don't like e-waste to be spread all over the planet, which is also good. Wonderful, really interesting. Okay, let's talk a little bit to our expert board. Gary, who were your favorites? Before I announce the votes of the expert board, who were your favorites?
Well, you know, I've seen some of the companies before, so I'm a little bit biased, but no, I like biotech, Biosolvent, what they're doing. I mean, he's made an amazing amount of progress. I remember at Antarctica, and I've talked to him before that. I think he's made a lot of progress. MyTero, like MyTero, Storyboat, just something about it has just intrigued me. So interested in that. But I got to say, you know, across the board, it's encouraging because we do have a lot of challenges on this planet today. Average temperatures increases, population increasing, and it's good to see solutions that aren't a lot of fluff that really have some direct answers. So I would say they're all winners from my perspective, but I in particular like Biosolvent.
Thank you, Gary, a lot. Okay, and you already see on the screen that MyTero got the most votes from the expert board. You know, that's the aggregated vote of the expert board. And before we disclose the vote of our official judges, I would like to talk to each one of you to see how, what startups stand out for you in the line of those wonderful startups. Let's start with Alexander. Alexander, who did you like the most? What solution did you like the most, and why?
Okay, thank you, Anna. And yes, it's not very easy today to judge, because it's not only about the money, what we do today, because it's also about our planet and about the impact, but still we need to make some decisions. And, I put the highest mark today to several startups. First of all, it's Earth, it's leaf protein, and it is, and Schizo, because I like really the ideas which they have. And of course, I like BioSolvit because I like the tech that they have. Yeah, and so yeah, the 4 startups.
Okay,
just
you're generous today.
Yeah, the highest mark. Yeah, because it's not only about money today.
Okay, thank you, Alexander, a lot. Daniel, you're smiling at me. Are you satisfied with our today's selection of startups? And who are your favorites today?
So yeah, great to see all of those initiatives to help the world getting better. So I really like our Meteoro, Earth, and Schizo. So these are my 3 favorite. If I can pick those 3, I'm not gonna mention BioSolvit because Brazilians are like suspects of voting that, but I really like the idea, the possibility of scaling, and that's it. But mainly, I really love all the companies.
Thank you, Daniel, so much. Jim, you were very active. Thank you for you asked wonderful questions. Does it mean that you really believe those startups have a great life ahead as a business?
Yeah, well, I think today was one of the most difficult to judge, because each of them have such a noble cause that they're going after and are making progress on some level. My background was in government and politics because I wanted to do something positive for the planet, and I really growing up I thought that's what you do. You go into government, you make policies, and everything gets better. But it's really during our lifetimes that we've seen the exponential growth of technology and these real solutions that can come to solve those problems. And so we work with governments today, and we want the priorities to come out of government, but it's really these technologists and these founders that are making the biggest impact on the planet. And like I said, I think the bigger impact you make, the more profitability, and then the more impact and the more profit, and that all really circles in the right direction. My favorite was Leaf. I thought for a sense of scalability, I thought leaf protein was something, there's so much green waste that I think is just lost and, is usually turned into some type of fertilizer or turned back into the ground. But the idea that you could use a product, and we all have, green waste, and leaves are obviously a global, they're ubiquitous around the world. And the idea that you could use that for food as we're potentially facing food shortages, or as we move to more plant-based diets, I really liked what they were up to. So that's my vote for today.
Okay, thank you so much. Nurul, do you experience problems with the ImpactTech in Bangladesh, or how's you take care of waste? How do you take care of recycling? I was wondering.
Yeah, thanks. And it's almost the same like in other emerging markets. E-waste, plastic, huge amount of plastic. These are typical problems, and clean technology, we need it. So today I've seen many solutions across different companies, particularly Meteoro, then Earth, Africa Green Tech, leaf protein. These are very, very promising solutions these are providing. And particularly I can see Bangladesh as an emerging market, particularly with its high growth, which is very attractive compared to other countries, has many solutions like this already. And my best wishes to all the participants today.
Thank you, Nurul, so much. And Irene, you are very involved in promoting ImpactTech startups. And who did you like the best today and why?
Yes, of course. First of all, I have to mention Africa Green Tech, because I love the intelligent systems that they have put in place in rural regions to provide communities with electricity and sustainable solutions and technologies that are most of the time off-grid regions. So I think there's a high potential to further expand their business model into other rural areas in the world. Next, I have to mention Skizo, because I just love the idea to collect plastics and old fish nets and to transform them into wearable fashion. And it reminds a bit of the idea that Louis Vuitton had with the Canva tissue. And last but not least, although I have to say it's very tough because I really liked a lot of them, I have to say it's Earth, because I love their business model to include households and businesses into the recycling system of electronics. However, I wish all the other startups best of luck.
Thank you, Irene, so much. And we are right now ready to see how did the aggregated vote of official judges perform. Who we have as the winner of the official judges voting? Da-da-da-dum. And the leaf protein got the most from the official judges. Wonderful, guys. And before we reveal the ultimate winner of today's ImpactTech Unicorn Battle, I would like to say to all the startups, you were selected out of dozens and dozens and dozens of applications. And this means you had already made a great step toward fulfilling your dream, and you are doing the right thing. Keep doing it, because we will not survive without you. Okay, we are right now ready to see the winner. And the winner of today's battle is the leaf protein. Congratulations. Congratulations. And the second and the third, I love you all. That is wonderful.
Thank you very much.
It's yours, winners. You have your minute of success.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I can't believe it. I really, really thank every one of you. And I'm just honored to be part of such an altruistic capitalist platform where we can do good by progressive business ideas, how we can kind of come up with tangible solutions that certainly are profit driven, but more importantly, progress us as just like a human species, whether it's recycling, food waste, just making the most of this world. I'm speechless, honored, I'm butterflies. Yeah, hugely honored for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much for thinking of all of us by doing this great thing, and wish you good luck on the Unicorn Cup, which is a month away. We will see you on March 3rd. And any comments?
And now do I understand correctly that today every group of our voters voted differently? Is it right?
Yes, we have different winners from different votes, but the ultimate winner, yes. If you're good in math, you can sum up all the votes and see that the ultimate winner got the most votes. Just a math. It's nothing else, and we are really glad that we have done this ImpactTech battle. Yes, Jim?
Well, I think it just speaks to, like I said, the noble goals of what each of these companies is pursuing. When we do these competitions, sometimes you go, wow, that's a really great business idea, or I think they're going to make a lot of money on that, but I just don't care about their product, or I'm just not going to use their product. But how can you be against e-waste or trying to clean up oil spills or whatever? So I just think that this is such a great competition and a great conversation to continue having. And just thank you guys for putting it together today.
Thank you, Jim, so much. Gary?
Yeah, I just want to say, with all the challenges we have on the planet with global warming, it's really encouraging. I got to say, Anna, Alexander, and the rest of the team, it's exciting to have companies that have real solutions, not a lot of BS like we've seen in the past, but these are real solutions. So whether it's plastic waste, whether electronic waste, whether it's biosolvent, whatever it is, these are real solutions and investable solutions. So I'm really excited about it. And, we like these kind of companies in our portfolio.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for saying this, Gary. Yes, and we are broadcasting to the whole world. So world, please mind that these startups, they need you to help them with the funds because they can do good things, but they need a little help from all of us. Michael?
Hey, Anna, thanks for letting me sit in, and thanks for your help with all the podcasts. I just want to give a shout out to Storybolt because my sweet spot is the media business, and I think that if they if they were to compete in a media pitch contest, I think they do extremely well because they're leveraging inventory. It's just found money for these streaming companies and for producers of documentaries. And of course, as we all know, documentaries are exploding. So the inventory is just going to go up and up and up. So shout out to Nassim and Storybolt. And I wouldn't worry about the results so much because I think it has a bright future.
Thank you, Michael, so much. Yes, I totally agree. You guys are great. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you, startups. Thank you, judges. And the next battle will be, Julia, can you help me on that? AI. Wow, we all love AI, don't we? And I'll see you next Thursday, February 10th, at the Artificial Intelligence Unicorn Battle. See you all. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you,
For the great
Michael.
event.
Thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you, everyone. It was
Thank you.
amazing.